welcome to Family. We've got your back. Can you believe we have not missed a Friday? How exciting.
That's exciting. What is it? I think this is 33 or 34 episodes
I don't know, but hooray for consistency.
Yep.
Yay! That's not usually our thing.
Which also means, if that's true, then we're only 18 weeks till the new year.
Oh,
16 weeks till Christmas.
Christmas is coming.
Not even.
It's August, dude. We're not
August.
talking about July. I mean January. Yeah. It's August. We're not talking about
We're not
July.
those people.
No.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Okay, we're really trying here. Okay, so last week we talked about happiness and 6 things that happy people do. We're going to talk about the others on the list and add one of our own because of, experience this week. So the first was they, appreciate life and are they are grateful. And they appreciate the small things in life. They exercise. They put their money where their mouth is, meaning they spend money on other people and they care about other people. And it's not a lot of money. It's just, that they think about other people.
Mm-hmm.
They surround themselves with happy people. They stay positive, even when it's hard. And was that...
I think there was one that we did that was at the tail end, right?
So today we're talking about the last of them, the last 5, and number 6 is they get enough sleep.
That's difficult.
Yeah, because, going to bed on time and laying there and doing all the right things, and then you automatically fall asleep. No, that is not what happens, and I do not know the trick to this. I wake up every hour.
Well, and
I don't get very much REM sleep at all.
Yeah, it is hard because it's hard to. I mean, there's things that you can do, of course, but I mean, at the end of the day, the good news is that shout out to my mom. She's been a
functioning insomniac.
Oh man, more thriving, not functioning. Thriving.
Yeah.
So your body can adapt. I mean, you need to stay healthy.
You need to get some sleep.
Obviously.
So not sleeping for a week, that's not good for you either. But I mean, she does get some sleep.
Yeah.
But anyway, so do your best. Make getting the proper amount of sleep a priority, and figure out, that you shouldn't drink caffeine right before bed, that sort of stuff.
And I think one thing that we have consistently done with our kids is that there is a bedtime time. Even now that we have adult kids.
Yep. We're like, okay, 9:30.
Time to go to bed. It's at least quiet time.
It's quiet time. And we retreat to our rooms and, unless we're watching a family movie or something like that, but it's typically our day ends at 9:30 and we all start getting ready for bed and we are in our rooms quiet.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have done that. Our whole marriage is consistent bedtimes.
After we figured out babies.
Well...
Because that's hard too.
But even then they were on a schedule just because they didn't follow it by sleeping when we were like sleep and, like babies do that.
Yeah.
Our first 3 didn't sleep for a year and
it felt like that way. Yeah. It was hard.
And when our 4th came around and he slept at 6 weeks, like for 6 hours, I was like,
hallelujah.
How is this a thing?
Yeah.
Because I didn't sleep that long. I was like, if you're sleeping, how come I don't get to sleep? But whatever. The not sleeping for years wrecked me. So whatever. I don't sleep either. So, and I'm a highly functioning, happy insomniac. So we're not touting the benefits of insomnia. We're saying, if at all possible, if your body will let you, figure it out and get good sleep. Because your body is just healthier. Your body gets rid of toxins, it recharges, and
you're ready to start the day.
Yeah.
If you're not ready to start the day, well then that becomes very difficult.
Yeah, and having zero energy every morning is so disheartening. Yeah. So try to get some sleep. It helps you be healthy and happy. Number 7, they have deep conversations. And we had a little deep conversation about that. And it's not that they, talk about ancient civilizations and philosophy and all that.
Right.
It's that they talk about things that matter because they care about what matters. They're not constantly like, oh, how does my hair look? And, oh, guess what she wore the other day? And, ooh, I got a new purse.
At school, I can tell the kids that have parents that engage them in conversations.
And not just of value, of
value.
intelligence and
Yep.
value, substance, things that actually will matter in a year,
because
in a day, in 10 minutes.
And so, and when you have those conversations, it makes the regular conversations that you have also meaningful.
Yeah.
And you know that you can, and so yeah, it does increase happiness because it increases your ability to relate, and it increases your ability to process stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You're
teaches
more
you to
fulfilled.
think.
I feel so bad for all those kids that are just super confused a majority of the time because they haven't had really any significant, meaningful conversations.
Yeah.
You know, because all they have is their peers, and maybe their parents don't challenge them with them because they're young. I was like,
Yeah.
you know, can you have a deep conversation with a 5-year-old?
Sometimes.
Yeah, you can. It's like they had that TV show a couple decades ago. You know, the things that kids say, and they're often poignant.
Yeah.
It's like, where did that come from?
Yeah, that was a funny show. So it says they avoid gossip, small talk, and judging others. So hey, work on it.
Yeah.
Number 8, they help others.
I think that we did talk about this one actually.
Yeah, I think this was the bonus one of the last week.
Yep.
But they care more about the blessing other people's lives, and I don't know if blessing is the right word, but they care about enriching other people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
And if they see a need, and they can do something about it, they fulfill it, right? Not every need you can do something about. You know that we can't. You know, like Miss Congeniality, have world peace, even though that's what we all want.
I really want real world peace.
Anyway, but yeah, if they see a need and they try to do what they can about it, and the article said helping other people gives you a surge of oxytocin, serotonin, and dopamine, all of which create good feelings.
Happy.
And it helps you be focused and driven, and more likely to get a promotion, believe it or not. And they're the most
because they
likely
see you contributing to the whole.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're more likely to be happier in times of stress, because you're able to realize that your little world, it's so much bigger. You know, not everything revolves around you. And your problem, somebody else has it worse. And so it puts it in perspective. And you're like, oh, okay, you know, my life isn't so bad because they have this. And it's not just because somebody else has it worse, but it puts things into perspective.
Yeah.
And so you're able to weather the storm easier. Number 9, they make an effort to be happy. So it's like
that
it's
seems
a choice.
kind of obvious, right?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, they make an effort.
Yeah. So happy people realize how easy it is to have negative thoughts that will derail your happiness, right? And so they choose to not have those thoughts. Or if they have it, they don't entertain them. They excuse them from the party, right? And they think about other things. It's not ignoring the problem. It's choosing not to dwell on the problems. If there's nothing you can do about it, why worry about it? You can't do anything. Don't focus on it. Don't ruminate and make this huge stressful ball of unreleasable angst, because there's nothing you can do. So don't worry about it.
Well, and sometimes it is. It might be a long time coming to find that, right?
Oh yeah, but
they're making an effort.
It's not that.
Right?
It takes. It's a skill.
It's an effort. Yeah.
It is a learned skill how to focus on good things, and they are also consistently evaluating. Okay, so how am I doing? How am I feeling? what am I thinking that's causing these feelings that I'm not sure that are benefiting me or serving me in a good way. Like they have their goal in mind of what they want, and are my thoughts, feelings, and behaviors leading toward that, what I want to be, or are they not?
Yeah.
And they choose thoughts that benefit them. And so happy people are able to control their thoughts.
Yeah. I still remember back when I was super frustrated with our situation, and it was
there was
such a
nothing
hard,
good about that.
So
it was
hard,
so awful.
And so my escape, my way to cope with that, or to get outside of that, I would do the dishes. You know, the dishes, I could control how clean that dishes was. It took my mind off whatever the stressor was, and allowed me to, I can get this dish clean. And so that little thing distracted me enough that I could cool down and then have a good conversation later on.
Yeah.
Because in the moment, it was not going to happen.
No. And you know what was sad about that is that you would just automatically do the dishes. You wouldn't come to me and say, what would you like me to do to help get the house clean? And so for me, just automatically doing the dishes to gain some control over our situation.
It was an avoidance situation, right?
To me, I saw it as avoiding a conversation, avoiding a connection.
Complicated.
So it was bad. Life was hard. And yet,
was hard.
Look at us on the other side, because we saw the end goal, that it would be possible eventually to choose happiness, and we worked towards that, and we got through the rough times.
Yep.
And which ties in beautifully with the next one. They have a growth mindset. So you either believe that people can't change, or you believe that people can grow. And we are people who believe that people can change and grow and become awesome.
That are already awesome in some ways, but can become even
your weaknesses can become strengths, right?
Yep.
What you yet do not possess, you can, not in possessions, but like character, right? You can build stronger character. You can become a better person.
Right.
And it takes choice and effort, and we believe a lot of other things that it takes, but for this purpose, it takes effort.
Yesterday, I showed my students, we started school this week, right? And I showed my students a video that was about making mistakes.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That sounds good.
It was really, really awesome, actually, because I had to start low-key with a very quick conversation with their table about a mistake that they have made. Not a big deal mistake, you know, just a mistake. Just a mistake that they made.
What silly thing have you done that?
Yeah, that was a mistake. You know, maybe it was an outfit that you put on. That was a mistake. You know, it's something. You know, just something non. It's not going to impact their brain or whatever. And then the challenge, of course, was to share that with their group, and so then we had a very casual conversation about the good things that happen when mistakes happen, because we learn most from our mistakes.
Okay, but you gotta say what the.
Okay, I'll tell you. One of my students said,
I'm sorry, I'm shaking the whole camera.
So I teach 8th graders, not 3-year-olds, right? 8th graders. I got to clarify that.
13 and 14, okay? These are not little kids.
No. I got stuck in the dryer.
She grabbed her body into the dryer.
She was a smaller 8th grader, but she's like, I bet I'm flexible enough to get in the dryer. She was.
She did.
She got in the dryer. And then so the question is, what did you learn from the mistake? Not to have the door closed. So not to not get at it, not get it, but just make sure.
A mistake. Getting in it wasn't a mistake.
Make sure that it doesn't close when you're there. I don't know if you can release them from inside. Maybe you have to pound on the door.
Isn't it just a push? It's not like they're locked. They're just a magnet clip.
Maybe. I don't
Maybe hers
know.
was fancy.
No, maybe.
Oh my word.
But it was so
Closing
funny.
the door.
So
How did she get out?
See, I wouldn't do that without a sibling by at least. I mean, what
Some other
what kind of
idiot.
street cred is that going to get you?
Look, I got in the drag, got out, and I did it all by myself.
You need to have the proof. So you got to have a sibling involved somewhere in there.
Or a friend.
Or a friend.
Oh,
More likely a friend.
God. So yeah, that happiness in the simple things. Bonus.
Yeah. This is why I teach it in middle school.
Okay.
Like people say, how can you do that? It's such a hard age group.
They get stuck in a dryer.
Because they
and
get
tell
stuck
you
in a
about
dryer.
it. Okay. So anyway, yes, mistakes teach you things.
Yes.
So don't be afraid to fail. And happy people typically aren't, but they are able to let go of the mistake and learn from it.
Given the opportunity to. Because
Yeah.
a lot of people just don't want to. They think other people are in the wrong, and they're never going to learn from their mistakes.
Or they can't get over the feeling that they had when they made a mistake, whether it be humiliation because it was public, or fear or anger or whatever the feeling they had. They get stuck and they hide from that and don't progress. So, but happy people
kind of ruminate,
learn.
right?
Yeah, happy people learn from their mistakes. So I guess that would be our 11th, is happy people learn from their mistakes. But our 11th is happy people don't procrastinate and then put their lack of effort onto their mother. So anyway, the reason I'm complaining is last week, before school started, I talked to the kids and said, okay, what do you need to start school? I said, do you have pencils? Do you have binders? Do you have all the things that you need? And they're like, yes. Okay. So the first day, the 9:25,
the night
before school starts. Oh, I need a water bottle. The next day, Mom, I need a binder and folders and paper. Really?
Yeah.
You mean the week before when I said, I'm going to the store, what do you need? They could not make an effort to find out.
Yeah.
Right? And so what? They were unhappy because I couldn't do anything about it at 9:25 at night, right?
Yeah.
They didn't have what they needed and they were unhappy about it. Why? Because they procrastinated. So that's my addition to this scientific list. My unscientific addition is
plan ahead.
Plan ahead. They're planners. Happy people are planners.
Yeah.
And they don't dwell on the failure of the plan if it fails. Like if things don't turn out to be exactly the way they want them to, they're okay with that and they roll with the punches.
Because of their growth mindset.
Right. And they're like, okay, this can be a happy situation too. Let's live in the moment, enjoy the little things, and live in the moment. It's not what I planned.
Nope.
But the planning helped me be happy and excited, right? And now I get to be excited and happy about something else, right?
Yeah.
So anyway. So, yeah. And my mother said this to my sister many, many years ago, and she even printed it out and framed it and made her put it on the wall. Your procrastination does not equal my emergency. So, I'm saying that to my kids this week. Your procrastination does not equal my emergency. Especially when I can't do anything about it, right?
At 9:29.
And I asked you a week ago to take care of it. So anyway, I guess I'm going to add that little complaint. But I do believe that happy people aren't always stressing themselves out and running around at the last minute trying to,
Well, and sometimes you are because life
happens. But because they know how to focus their thoughts and think about good, positive things and focus on other people and have perspective, they're not as thrown by these moments. Right. That's the best word I can use is moments. You like that?
Agreed. I didn't like it, actually. It was weird.
Well, it's my onomatopoeia for the week.
Yeah.
Spell it. That's your homework, is learning to spell. Okay, anyway, enough of that. But no, really, your assignment, extracurricular activity, I don't know what we want to call it. It's how many, 33 times, and I still don't know what to call this section. Find one of these 12 or whatever things we talked about. Decide which one you want to work on this week and work on it.
Yep.
My boys are going to work on not procrastinating. Wish
us luck.
We're going to work on having deep conversations.
Isn't that what we just did?
Oh, wait. We don't need to work on that one. We're awesome at that one.
We are pretty good at it. Anyway.
I'd like to practice gratitude this next week.
That's
instead of complaining. Gee. So anyway, you have a lovely week, and ask if you have any questions, and please repost this. If we can reach as many people as possible, we'd love to. And if you like us, then share us. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.